Support Bangladesh's candidate Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman for the presidency of 81st session of United Nations General Assembly, urges Prime Minister Tariq Rahman at Iftar event hosted in honor of diplomats. Prime Minister inaugurates training workshop for BNP Parliament members ahead of first session of 13th National Parliament. President urges stakeholders to use modern technology to increase production and market expansion of jute and jute products, harnessing new potential of jute sector. Government set fuel purchase limit for vehicles. According to new directive, motorcycles can purchase maximum of 2 liters per daily trip, private cars 10 liters, microbus 25 liters, local bus 80 liters and long route vehicles up to 220 liters. Information Broadcasting Minister Johiruddin Shopon to exchange views regularly with journalists to solve problems of media. Attacks of United States and Israel in Iran continue. Death toll in Iran rises to 1,332, including 180 children, reports Red Crescent Society. And Bangladesh lost to North Korea 5-0 goals in their second match in AFC Women's Asia Cup football. Assalamu alaikum. Welcoming all to BTV News. This is Faria Dilshatmo with you. Those are the highlights. Now let's move on to the news in details. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has said his government is committed to strengthening ties with countries around the world based on mutual respect, cooperation and trust. He said this while speaking at an iftar hosted for diplomats at the State Guest House Jamuna today. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman exchanged greetings with invited guests. Prime Minister's wife Dr. Zubaida Rahman and daughter Barrister Zaima Rahman were present at that time. Speaking on the occasion, Tariq Rahman highlighted his government's efforts to safeguard independence, uphold human rights, combat corruption, strengthen law and order, empower women and support new entrepreneurs to foster a strong and inclusive economy. He expressed hope that through cooperation and understanding, Bangladesh and the international community would move forward together in peace, development and prosperity. The Prime Minister sought support for Bangladesh's candidate Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman for the presidency of the 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly.
Commitment is firm to strengthen democratic institutions, uphold the rule of law, protect freedoms and ensure accountability. We are equally committed to safeguarding human rights, protecting freedom of expression and fostering a culture of tolerance. We recognize that public trust depends on transparency and integrity, and we will take firm measure, try our best to combat corruption at all levels of governance. Bangladesh stands at a crucial juncture of opportunity. Our aspiration is to build a diversified and sustainable economy that creates jobs for our youth, empowers women, encourages entrepreneurship, and promotes shared prosperity. We will focus on ensuring law and order, maintaining microeconomic stability, and advancing human resource development through training, upskilling, and capacity enhancement at all levels of society. We seek deeper engagement with the international community through partnerships rooted in expanded trade and investment, technology transfer, cultural and education exchanges, and stronger people-to-people ties. We believe prosperity today is built through cooperation and connectivity, not isolation. Bangladesh's foreign policy will be pragmatic and sustainable, guided by friendship to all, based on mutual interest, trust, and sovereignty. We value bilateral and multilateral partnerships and remain open to candid dialogue and stronger collaboration in years ahead. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce our candidate for the presidency of the 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly, Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman. Through this nomination, we demonstrate our enduring revolt for constructive global engagement. I look forward to your government's support to his candidature.
Foreign Minister Dr. Khalilur Rahman, Prime Minister's Foreign Affairs Advisor Humayun Kabir and State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shama Ubaid Islam also spoke at the event. Before Iftar, special prayers and supplications are offered for the continued progress, peace and prosperity of the country, the nation and the entire Muslim Ummah. Sitting at the Prime Minister's table were Indian High Commissioner Pranay Kumar Verma, Nepal's Ambassador Gyansham Bhandari, Bhutanese Ambassador Dashar Kumar Hamudorji, Pakistani High Commissioner Imran Haider and Sri Lankan Ambassador Dharmopal Virakdi. Besides ambassadors and diplomats from various countries including the United States, the United Kingdom, China, Australia, Canada, Germany, France, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Brazil, Palestine, Russia, Thailand, Qatar and Oman participated in the Iftar. BNP Chairman and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman inaugurated a training workshop at the BNP Chairman's Gulshan office in the capital this morning. Bangladesh Nationalist Party BNP arranged the training workshop for its lawmakers ahead of the first session of the 13th National Parliament, said Prime Minister's Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Rumon. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir Standing Committee members Abdul Moin Khan, Amir Khusru Mahmud Chaudhuri, Hafiz Uddin Ahmed and AZM Zahid Hussain and other senior leaders were present on the occasion. Tariq Rahman delivered a welcome speech at the event while his daughter Jaima Rahman was also present. BNP insiders said the workshop will present the parliamentary rules of business and other issues, including code of conduct, bill formulation and review, analysis of budget-related documents and the activities of parliamentary committees to the newly elected members of parliament. Experienced lawmakers will share their experiences with the new MPs. The purpose of this workshop is to enhance the efficiency of the government and the ruling party. The two-day workshop was attended by ministers, state ministers, advisors in the morning session on the first day. President Mohammad Shahabuddin called upon all concerned to promote the expansion of jute products in the global market and seize the golden opportunities offered by emerging prospects. He made the call while addressing a function at Osmani Memorial Auditorium this morning, marking the National Jute Day 2026. He urged the countrymen to avoid polythene bags, which are harmful to the environment, and use affordable jute bags and eco-friendly products. President Mohammad Shahabuddin said the government has already taken initiatives to create new employment by opening various industries, including ailing and closed factories. The president said within 10 days of assuming office, the new government took a groundbreaking decision to waive agricultural loans of up to Taka 10,000 including interest for farmers. He hoped that with the support of the incumbent people-friendly government, the golden days of the jute sector will return and new employment opportunities will be created. Textiles and Jute Minister Khandakar Abdul Muqtadir, State Minister Muhammad Shariful Alam, Secretary Bilkis Jahan Rimi, Director General of the Jute Department Syed Muhammad Nurul Bashir and Business Representative Abul Hossain spoke on the occasion. On the occasion, a total of 19 individuals and organizations were awarded for their outstanding contributions to the development to jute sector. Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation BPC has fixed the quantity of petrol, octane and diesel that can be sold to motor vehicles at filling stations across the country. A BPC press release said today BPC has taken the initiative to ensure proper distribution of fuel oil during the ongoing crisis period. Under the new decision, motorcycles will be able to purchase a maximum of 2 liters of petrol or octane per day, while private cars will be allowed to buy up to 10 liters daily. Sports utility vehicles, jeeps and microbuses will be able to purchase between 20 and 25 liters per day. According to the directive, pickup vans and local buses will be allowed to purchase 70 to 80 litres of diesel daily, while long-distance buses, trucks, covered vans and container trucks can buy between 200 and 220 litres per day. The BPC also instructed filling station staff to provide purchase receipts to consumers at the time of selling fuel oil, clearly mentioning the type, quantity and price of the fuel. Meanwhile, Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Minister Iqbal Hassan Mahmood visited a petrol pump at Asad Gate area in the capital this afternoon. He informed that there is enough stock of fuel in the country and supply is also normal. The government is keeping constant watch on the situation, the minister added. He called upon the common man not to pay heed to rumor and advised not to stock more fuel than necessary. Information and Broadcasting Minister Johiruddin Shopon said he will hold regular dialogue with journalists to resolve the problems of media. He said this while speaking as chief guest at an Iftar Mahfil of Dhaka Reporters Unity today. The Information Minister said to solve the problems of the mass media, its anatomy must be properly understood. Its treatment would not be proper if the diagnosis is not done properly, he added. The minister also mentioned about sending specific proposals to the authority to resolve various problems of the journalists. Global standard of information sharing must be attained to provide modern service, he said. If it can be done, then there will be intellectual development at village level too. Prime Minister's Press Secretary Abu Abdullah M. Saleh were present. Advance ticket sales are underway at inter-district bus terminals and long-distance bus counters in the capital. On the weekly holiday Friday, the Gaptoli inter-district bus terminal in the capital appeared largely quiet. There was little pressure from passengers seeking long-distance bus tickets. At many counters, bus operators have been suspended ticket sales. They say the situation is due to concerns over a possible fuel shortage. Following the government's new decision on public holidays, there has been increased demand for tickets for March 16 and 17 at the counters. Passengers expressed satisfaction after receiving tickets at the fares set by the government. However, some complained that even when they get off midway during the journey, they still have to pay the fare for the bus's final destination. Transport operators expect that as time passes, the current calm situation will fade and passenger pressure at the terminals will increase. Eid means joy, and a big part of that joy is buying new clothes. As Eid approaches, the number of shoppers has increased at Gausia Market and New Market in the capital. The markets have become lively with the presence of people of all ages, from children to young men and women. Many shoppers said that compared to other markets, prices of clothes and various products are relatively lower at Gausia. Since a wide variety of items are available in one place, many prefer to shop there. Children are also especially excited about Eid shopping. Many expressed their happiness after buying clothes of their choice. Sellers say that as Eid draws nearer, the number of customers is increasing and sales are also improving. They expect that sales will rise even further toward the end of Ramadan, and the crowds in the markets will continue to grow. To share the joy of Eid with the whole family, this busy shopping will continue until the very last moment. A positive trend has been observed in the remittances sent by expatriates ahead of the holy month of Ramadan and the upcoming Eid al-Fitr. In February, expatriate Bangladeshis sent more than $3 billion in remittances, which is 19.5% higher than the amount sent in February last year. Earlier, remittances totaled $3.17 billion in January and $3.22 billion in December. The strong growth in remittances has also contributed to an increase in the country's foreign exchange reserves. The reserves have already exceeded $35 billion. According to the spokesperson of Bangladesh Bank, the rise in remittances through legal channels is due to several initiatives, including the central bank's strict stance against money laundering and efforts to prevent the misappropriation of funds under the guise of loans. These measures have reduced the tendency to send money through the informal Hundi system. Analysts believe that remittance inflows are increasing due to the Eid festival, the emergence of new remittance sources, and recent political changes. However, economists say that although the current level of reserves offers some relief, it is still not sufficient. Prices of fresh vegetables have dropped in the middle of the holy month of Ramadan, bringing some relief to consumers in the markets. A visit to several markets in the capital, including Karwan Bazar, this morning showed slight fluctuations in the prices of vegetables such as potatoes, pointed gourd, eggplant, tomatoes, and cucumbers. However, most items remained within an affordable range for both buyers and sellers. Over the past week, prices of daily essentials such as rice, lentils, flour, and sugar have remained stable. However, Olau rice is being sold at a higher price. Meanwhile, a noticeable crowd of buyers was seen in fish and meat markets due to the weekly holiday. While fish prices remained unchanged, chicken and beef were being sold at around 10 taka higher per kilogram. Buyers and sellers expressed mixed reactions regarding the prices of daily essentials in the market. Consumers, however, demanded strict market monitoring to keep prices under control. 10 members of a family, including 2 children and a pregnant woman, suffered burn injuries after an explosion caused by a gas pipeline leak in a residential building in the capital's Uttura. The incident occurred early Friday in a building in Sector 10 of the Kamarpara area in Uttura. The injured were rescued and admitted to National Institute of Burn and Plastic Surgery for treatment. Sources said the explosion occurred on the second floor of a building owned by Abul Kalam. Ride-sharing driver Rubel lives in the apartment with his family. His cousin Inayat Ali had recently returned from Dubai and came to visit with his family from their village home in Shipchor Upazila of Madaripur. Rubel's relative Sajid Matabor, who lives on the 4th floor of the same building, said he rushed downstairs after hearing a loud explosion at dawn and found that parts of the ground and second floor walls had collapsed. All 10 people inside the apartment were burned in the blast and were later taken to hospital. Resident surgeon of the emergency department at the Burn Institute, Dr. Shaun bin Rahman, said injured Sonia Akhtar suffered burns over 100% of her body, while Inayat Ali sustained 45% burns and Ria Akhtar suffered 32% burns. He added that those with severe burns have been shifted to the intensive care unit, while the others remain under observation. Fire Service Control Room Duty Officer Rosina Akhtar said 2 units were sent to the scene immediately after receiving the report of the explosion. Authorities initially suspect the explosion was caused by a gas line or geyser leak. Now moving on to international news.